scared ran until polar bears extinct.
Polar bears are going to be extinct soon, really, so you won't have to worry about
Likely
that.
correct.
Of this horrible fate and truth.
Hello, everybody. It's Friday, and that means you're tuned into another episode of the Sleeping Giants Gamecast. No nonsense. Let's get into it.
And of course, my box is done screwed, everyone. Hey, everyone. You're listening to the TSG Gamecast. That's the Sleeping Giants Gamecast. We're on episode number 6. We do an episode every week. Stop doing that, Alex. We do an episode every week on Friday at 8 p.m. And here we are. Pass it on to you, Alex, while I fix this.
That's on me. Alrighty then. So Axel Haxon. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Twitch. You can find me on. That's it. Oh, Switch, I guess too. Axel Haxon. That's who I am. You can call me Alex. Nice to see ya.
Good to see you guys. My name's Kyle, LU Radio DJ across the board, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Sorry, Twitter's _42, LU Radio DJ _42. Anyways, it's good to see you guys. Hopefully you enjoy the next little bit that we're with you.
Oof, I like it.
This box that is currently moving. I am Derek. Nice to meet you all. Oh, there we go. Hey, I'm here. Hi.
Hi, Derek.
So we're let's just dive right into it. Nothing too fancy. This week's special mention goes to. Oh, we need a drum roll sound. Goes to Alex for hitting 50 followers on Twitch. Congratulations, my friend. How does it feel?
It feels good because I sat on 49 for the longest time. And then your boy Lego, what the hell's his full name again? Lego
Maego.
Animation or something? Lego Stop Motion. He was the 50th. So high five to Derek, high five to Lego, and high five to the 49 others that have been with me. I'm now at 52, guys. 52. So.
I just want to make
Golf
one
clap.
quick point really quickly, buddy. Pretty sure Lego is not a dude.
Oh, Lego. Lego's
So
not dude.
let's not
Lego's
assume
dude.
people's genders.
2020.
All right.
It's 2020. My bad. Lego.
We've had that problem with several people, though, that we talked to in chat.
Lego,
Though.
I love you platonically. All right, that's it.
Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
But yeah, congrats. That's absolutely awesome. It's
It is.
I'm sure it's a good feeling. I'm sure
It is.
sure everyone will get there eventually. No, but look, I can't complain. I started with like 10 followers on Twitch. I've already got 37 members of my little community so far with a lot of return people, right? So I mean, it's a process.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we have, if I may I?
You may.
We have a ton of things that we've been getting up to this last week. Would that be correct to say? I think that'd be correct to say. A lot of different games. I think maybe more so than some other shows, we'll be talking about some different experiences that we've had. But I would just like to throw this out here. I know we talked about this game, but I just want to say, because we had a little session before the podcast, Derek and I, we played some State. Okay? Nightmare mode, State of Decay 2, is ratcheting its shit up. Like, not even kidding. Right, Derek? It's ratcheting its shit right up. It's like, before I even claimed a base, there was like 2 hordes of plague zombies diving through glass windows at me. And it was just scary. And then I was in Derek's world and saw an entire community of NPCs literally die to 2 juggernauts. They got ripped apart. And literally, they ceased to exist. Like, you heard it over the radio, like, can't do that! And they're all just dead. So
It was no joke, yeah.
No,
Like you
it's
say,
not.
I almost lost a community member during that too. Like before you joined, I was getting absolutely wrecked.
yeah,
Like
it's
these
insane.
2 juggies and like just endless zombies coming in. And thank God you joined when you did, because you saved that character's life. But like it is no joke going in there without a fully leveled character.
Yeah.
It's deadly.
And in terms of the changes you physically know, by the way, I don't want to belabor all this mode, but like the zombies lash out much quicker. Even the ones on the ground, they're just like, they grab you. They're not holding back like as much as they would have seemed to. I wouldn't even know that was a thing until I played Nightmare. But then at first, it's like, oh, I have the same resources. I have tons of vehicles. It's fine. How is this that hard? But then you realize there's 5 bloaters walking towards you, or 4 ferals, or 2 juggies and 2 plague hordes and 3 plague hearts. One other little function that's interesting too is you don't see the plague hearts on the map anymore. You literally have to go find their asses. So you don't even know when you're walking into one potentially until it registers.
Yeah, until you stop to kill 3 infestations, get there and realize that there's also a plague horde in the middle of all of it.
Yeah. And then we were
That
fighting
was,
for our dear lives in a freaking like renovated household area. Anyways, that's enough about the state. But yeah, the mode is the challenge you'd want it to be. I will say that.
Cool.
Yeah, that was it for that. I don't want to
Yeah, that was it. That
harp
was
on
just
state too
yeah,
much.
that was the
It's just an interesting challenge.
State of Decay 3, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a developer Q&A out actually. I need to check into. I haven't yet. So we'll see what they have to say about it.
Where's that on their
I
website?
saw that on YouTube, I believe. It was like State of Decay 3 trailer breakdown plus developer Q&A. And it was like 11 something minutes long. I didn't watch it. We've been playing some new games, guys. Somebody want to talk about some of those new games? If you've been playing them, or the game we've been playing, the game we'll play tonight as well. If anybody has thoughts on that,
I just have to say that if you don't have a Nintendo Switch, get one, and if you have a Nintendo Switch, get the Super Nintendo Virtual Console and Donkey Kong Country, baby.
yeah.
Donkey can't see it on this crap camera.
Well, I mean, that's the nice thing about that. Like, if you missed out,
sorry to interrupt you. I think you have to subscribe to the Nintendo thing, right?
You do.
It's
Yeah.
given to you free if you pay for their online service, so it's kind of like Games with Gold.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you're a youngin who's never played the original Donkey Kong Country, get the fuck to it right now.
Yeah, that's the one nice thing about that is that, like, for myself, yeah, I've got the paid thing on the Switch, but I also bought the Super Nintendo Classic. If you didn't get the chance to buy the Super Nintendo Classic, it's $25, and you'll also for the year. So you'll get that. You'll get the NES one, so you'll be able to play the NES stuff too.
Yep.
Not all of them, granted.
No, they
and
release new ones all the time.
and you can mod and hack the SNES and the NES Classic to add stuff to them. So there's a little bit of that too. But the other thing is that you need that for games like Splatoon. So you're gonna, which I highly recommend, is probably my favorite game on the Switch.
Your favorite game period on the Switch? Damn.
Yeah. It's weird to say that, like, Nintendo's kind of oddest IP to me is probably my favorite.
Cool. But yeah, the what you get from the Switch, the Nintendo Online isn't super great. But when you factor in that you get the NES games and the SNES games, oh, it's a no-brainer at that point. Plus online multiplayer, oh, it's nothing. $25 Canadian, easy.
Other than that, what do we try new? I mean, I tried for the first time yesterday. Rogue Company, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you lead with that? It's the best one out of everything we tried.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I lead with it?
Well, because you generally save the fucking best for last.
That's also called burying the lead, bro. We don't do that.
Let's get back to Rogue Company. We'll talk about it. Like,
no, it's been brought up. We're talking about it.
Our podcast is good from start to finish, Derek. So it doesn't matter what.
I didn't say it wasn't good. I just said you don't start with the best, bitch.
I am shocked that this is the conversation around Rogue Company. Like that we are literally slapping each other because it's too good to be talked about. Like, what? What happened? This is high fucking res, dude. This is what the fuck is that battle royale game they have that I
Realm Royale.
Realm Royale. Thank you. I kept saying Chicken Royale because you turned into.
You did say that, yeah.
Yeah, but
Realm Royale,
dude. Realm Royale, Smite, Smite card game, Paladins. These are all okay games. These are like 7 out of 10 games.
Smite was good. I liked Smite. Paladins was garbage.
It wasn't garbage. Played a bunch of it on the Switch. It wasn't garbage. It was actually fun.
Paladins, but you gotta say Paladins is obviously in the realm where you're comparing it to Overwatch, and if you're comparing anything to Overwatch, it's not.
Okay, but here's where you have to. Okay, we'll take a step back here because Hi-Rez, as a developer, is very talented. But what Hi-Rez does is they see current trends, they see things that are doing well, and they do their own spin on that. Smite came after all the MOBA craze
Yep.
that was coming and grew its own following through that.
Yep. Pro leagues.
Paladins, they saw how much Overwatch did. They wanted to do their own spin on that. And when they do that, it's kind of like, I don't want to say it's a low budget, but it is. It's like it's a lower budget AA version of that. And sometimes they do a better job. Like there's a lot of people who prefer Paladins to Overwatch.
There are,
If
and I was one
Overwatch,
of them,
if
actually.
Overwatch wasn't attached to Blizzard, and if Overwatch didn't exist, everyone would love Paladins.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And Smite 2 grew a huge following. Like there's a lot of like, okay, Smite's on PC too, of course. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Smite came in after after League and Dota and all that. That's when it came in, right?
It was the first action behind the back MOBA.
Yeah, behind the back one. Yeah, everything else has been like isometric.
Yeah.
MOBAs are usually isometric. Yeah.
And it was also like, as far as MOBAs go on console, Smite was the most successful. There's nothing. Everything else was trash on consoles, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to give him credit where credit's due.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I've loved Hi-Rez's games. I even like Realm Royale. But it's just like, I can't believe we're saying let's not talk about a Hi-Rez game because it's too damn good.
You know what it comes down to is that games are about fun. And whether you're a one-person studio or a 5,000-person studio, whether your budget is $100 or $5 billion, it's all about making a good, interesting, and fun game. And I'm not saying that Rogue Company is perfect. I'm sure nobody here is going to say it's perfect.
God, it's not.
It's in early access, but honestly, I had nothing but fun the entire time. And it is tactical. And I really think that Hi-Rez saw... Like, I thought about this really hard before coming into this podcast, was what are they basing this game off of? And I honestly think...
Counter-Strike.
Valorant.
It's Valorant.
Valorant, and I would say Siege, to be honest with you, when it comes to the game modes. It's third person. It's
Counter-Strike.
You're talking about Siege is the most popular shooter right now on PC. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. It's got like 30 million fucking players, bro. What are you shaking your head at, Kyle?
I think Valorant surpassed it though, like recently.
Because Valorant's a hero shooter with Counter-Strike rules, and this is
but Valorant's still a newer game though.
That's all I'm saying. Is like
but
that's the best comparison, I'd say.
But they didn't but you know what I mean? They didn't start making this game.
No, right when Valorant. Yeah, you're right.
They started developing this game before Valorant even released.
Well, same with Overwatch and Paladins too, right? It's the same thing. They were developing this before Overwatch.
Yes, but Siege has been around for like 4 years. I honestly think when they're going for the tactical hero aspect, not choose your character, I do think they were trying to get some of that Siege thing, but they don't want to be Siege, so they did a third-person thing, and I honestly think it plays almost as good as like a Gears of War, to be honest with you, in that third person over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Obviously there's something about Gears of War and its sound and chunking guys with a shotgun that this game doesn't portray. But just like how the controls are really, really intuitive. I find there are some strange mapping choices, but I think that happens when you bring games over and. Anyway, it's early access. So anyway, and obviously I do think like when it comes to the buying of stuff, I mean, you've seen that in a lot of games, but like immediately it comes to mind is Last of Us multiplayer. In the first one is that in between the rounds you would buy your guns and you upgrade with the money, and they do that shit in like Nazi zombies and stuff too. But no, it's a really fun game. I have nothing but positive things to say about it. To be honest with you,
there are some knickknacks, like for example, obviously as we talked about, but one of them I saw last night when I was watching you guys on stream was you, in the first half, Sean, you played as Lancer, right? And you had the grenades and everything else. Second half, you played as Lancer. It still says press LB to throw your grenade, but you don't have one. And just like one of those overlay glitches. And I've been in that situation too. And I'm like, am I crazy? And this is just not working. But I'm like, no, wait, I don't even have it. So every time I'm hitting LB, it's like bam, 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 bam. Kind of, I'm like, oh shit! Like so, there's little like bugs obviously all over the game, but
but it's an early access, right? So I don't know. And
is it in early access or is it just
it's closed beta? It's a paid founders like closed beta.
So it's just a founders. Okay.
It's like an open beta. It's basically early access. You're basically paying to get into that beta. and that's why we'll get like some cool gear or whatever, probably, that when the game does launch and becomes free to play, we'll have like exclusive skins or something for buying into it, obviously.
Right. But so for those that don't know Rogue Company, it's like, what is it? You just think it's just fun? Is that where you want to lay the hatchet on?
It's not
like
just
fun?
It is fun. It's a lot of fun, but it's not
Yeah.
just fun. I actually do think it can be extremely competitive. Like I don't know all the maps yet, and I don't know all the weapons, and I don't know all the characters. Like there was a moment yesterday where I downed a guy that was about to murder Derek. Derek was downed, and I thought to myself, I'm not going to clean this guy. I need to get Derek up because I need him to finish this, to win this fucking game. And I don't realize that it's the one character who can res himself.
Yeah.
Right. So there are like I do believe there is a lot of tactical aspects to it. Like it's not just a run and shoot and you're having fun. Like there is a
Right. It's not like a COD, right?
like there is a it's definitely not like COD because there is like that map control and the holding down a point and the team shooting. It's key. If you're like by yourself, even if you link it to Gears, if you're by yourself against 4 guys, the only way you're gonna kill them is if you get them separated. Because if all 4 start shooting at you guns ablazing, you're down in a second.
Yeah.
Just like in Halo and Gears.
You're down in a second if somebody guns ablazes you in the open anyway. One guy, I mean.
Yeah,
it's
true.
The lethality is like surprising there, like versus an Overwatch, or I guess Valorant would be as lethal, but it's like boom, 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 couple shots and dead. But you're right about the team shooting too, because there's the regen factor, right? Like, so if you're 1-on-1ing a guy or 2-on-1ing a guy, you like if they can get out of the fight, they just heal back up again, right? So like it's important to like combine efforts to sometimes bring the guy down in the first place, right? If in case you can't do it alone. Yeah. Sometimes you have to reload and somebody else has to go in there and mop that 40 HP scrub out of the game. You know? Like,
it has in that sense it brings me back to the kind of the golden days of Halo, to be honest with you, because Siege didn't really have team shooting. You don't need 2 people to shoot at the same guy to murder somebody. No. Call of Duty, you don't need 2 people to shoot the same guy. In this game, you don't technically either.
You don't either, yeah.
But it's the idea of that you're rolling as a team, and like for a flank to be successful, again, if you get caught with your pants down and then all of a sudden they're looking at you, like if somebody says, "Oh, they're on A," but they're actually on B. and you run into and you run into 4 guys looking at you.
You're insta dead, yeah.
And I'm caught like deer in headlights. I'm insta dead, and that's not trash talking you. It's just
no, it was terrible. It was actually terrible.
They're all going B.
But there really is that tactic there. Like in Halo, like I asked Derek. I don't think you guys ever played it as much as Derek and I did with Eric and his cousin back in the day. But it was like, man, okay, we need to fucking roll together more, because all we're doing is running and you're getting killed, and the respawn, and in this in that mode there is no respawn that we were playing, but it's I do believe it's more tactical than it might lay on, and it is a lot of fun. It's not just that it's fun; I found it very strategic and tactical. I liked the maps. I don't know them all yet. I can't.
The map size is good. Can I just say that too? The map size is fairly good. Like it's sometimes a little big, but it's not like huge where you're not gonna. Like I think basically like 5 seconds after you land, you have a chance of seeing somebody, is what I'm saying.
I think the maps are quite the perfect size, actually. Obviously, like any objective-based game, there are hot spots because you're forcing guys to certain choke points in the map. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I'm assuming they can change very easily with other game modes or moving the bomb points. Which it's early access. Things like even the regen, maybe they'll feel like people are dying too fast. And they'll boost up the health a little bit. Maybe people are dying too not fast enough, you know. So these are all things that might change. But the build that I'm playing right now, while not perfect, I think we can all agree is super fun. And I also think, like I said, I do believe there's a lot of tactical elements to it.
Yeah. Derek, do you have any thoughts on Rogue Company before we move on?
I think more so mechanically. The game is an absolute blast. I am not for me this game. I mean, you listed all of what it reminds you guys of and all that. For me, this just like Crossfire X did, it reminds me way more of Counter-Strike than anything else because back in the day I played a fair bit of Counter-Strike. Even the level designs in this,
Right,
um,
true. Some of these
the
Italian
the
villages and shit.
the long sight lines, the way that they're designed with crates
Mm-hmm.
for cover, certain landmarks for cover. It just reminds me a whole hell of a lot of Counter-Strike. Like for me personally, like I see a lot of Counter-Strike influence in that sense of the development. Not a fan of the health regen.
Okay. That's what I was wondering how you thought about that too. I think we had that conversation, right?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Maybe an item that you could buy in the shop, because looking at some of the items, having played a few different characters, some of the items seem very eh.
Yeah, they do. They
Beam
really
has
do.
access to like what I think it's called like shredder rounds or something. It's carry extra ammo and do more damage to equipment,
It's like,
which
so what are we
I
talking about?
never buy.
It's basically
Like,
Anvil Shield because every other equipment's a one tapper.
yeah, exactly. Like, okay, well, like, I'm shoot
This kunai.
this proxy knife. I'm just gonna say proxy knife. It, doing an extra couple damage to it isn't gonna change much for me. Like, it's so when you talk about that, yeah, Anvil's shield being the one thing, but again, I'm not gonna dump extra rounds of ammo trying to break the shield. I'm just gonna try
And
to go the fuck
AK.
around
Yeah,
it,
exactly.
or wait for a teammate to flank from the other side. Because as Sean was saying too, it's a very tactical game, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes the maps well designed, um, seemingly the right size, like because going for a flank, some of the paths that you have to take could end up being risky because you've got your entire team three fighting four guys, possibly three versus three. You could go for the flank and get wrecked by that one guy who's hiding behind a crate, right? It's
Yeah.
the third person aspect to it is he's going to see you long before you see him.
Right.
But even at that, in a three versus four gunfight, you could easily start going for the flank right away, right at the beginning of the round. By the time you actually get into position, your team's wiped and there's still three guys on the other team. So
Yeah, and you're coming around, but it's too late.
yeah, you're coming around, and at that point, it's too late. Like you're lucky if you catch them completely off guard and they're really not paying attention to what's going on behind them. You you do have the chance to clean them depending on what type of equipment you're running, what type of gadget you're running. Like we talked about the hero gadget, which I think is another really cool design feature. They feel for the most part they all feel pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah,
And they don't feel intrusive and like ridiculous either.
no, they
You know
don't.
what I mean?
They feel solid. Like
Mm-hmm. There's no laser gun or
Dima's
something like
swerve launcher, the what Dallas's ability to ping the closest target, which
Yeah.
in a game where it's four versus four, just knowing where that one guy is, that one really close guy is, it makes a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
One guy has claymores, which
Yep.
is another great thing. It's not overly done. It's not like, okay, here half of the guys have claymores. It's not
Nope.
this
Just
one
the
guy has
most
access to them. Like that's it.
Mm-hmm. That's what's weird about Saint. I was telling you too. Saint is the medic character. For those that don't know, he has his own unique loadout completely. Almost, he has that M4 type gun, and he has the only guy with claymores too. I'm like, weird. It's just weird that Saint is the guy that gets it and stuff.
I
But
hate that gun.
I know.
Yeah, and the fact, like, yeah, bringing that up to the fact that Saint's weapon is the only one, is the only assault rifle that you can actually ADS,
Mm-hmm. It is.
which I feel tends to be a bit of a disadvantage in a third-person shooter. If you start to get close, you can't. I mean, hip firing tends to be a bit more inaccurate. But I mean, those are my general thoughts on the game. I do think it's an absolutely fantastic game, and I think if Hi-Rez puts the time into it uh, and polishes it well over the next who knows how long it's in this closed beta access for, right? And if they keep supporting it, I think it could truly become a very competitive game.
Yep. May I bounce to one thing because this is more of an overarching thing, but it highlights one game in particular, and then maybe we can take it a little further. But Rocket Arena. I've talked about that before. I'm not going to talk about the gameplay. And Derek maybe has some thoughts on that because he tried it too with me. But what I want to say is, to what extent? Okay, because let me just preface this. So Rocket Arena was $35 on launch ish. It dropped to literally $9, $10 in the first 2 weeks. And now that season 1 is like a week old, it also dropped to Game Pass. Not Game Pass.
It's EA Access now.
My apologies. Yeah. And so I'm thinking, to what extent does this signal that the games community is experiencing problems, do you think? To what extent can we read into these moves, like insta cost cut, insta access on certain services for a game that's only 2.5 weeks old tops?
Since EA is the one that made it, they probably took massive losses on it in comparison to what the actual, like, it's good. I enjoyed it from what I played, but like EA probably took massive losses as to what it made and what they're making back. So they figure at least if it's in EA Access, they'll make money through that. They don't have to worry about too much about selling the game, right?
Yeah. Any thoughts on that, guys?
I think just overall, I do believe that things like Game Pass, and I mean Steam started it really, but like Game Pass, Steam, and all that, that's really going to push the market in interesting new ways. I do believe that games won't stay full price for a long time. Right. One day you might not even have to buy games at all, to be honest with you.
Like the xCloud era, if that's in the future, like fully realized, you may not even need to buy a single game. Yeah. I guess so. I guess I'm just like, damn. Like in one way, it's like, damn, is this game dead then? Like, that's what crossed my mind at first. I just wondered.
Did you ever have a problem finding games?
The matchmaking can be a little slow, even with crossplay, because they added crossplay as well. So they had like all these things, right? They dropped the price, they added crossplay, they even gave 3,000 of the paid currency to anyone who played in the preseason, because that means you bought the game. So they had all these like rollout plans. I'm
sure it was all part of their plans to begin with. To be honest,
maybe that's all it is.
Because I don't think they probably never you said they never considered it a full release of $79.99
it was
Canadian.
$35. Yeah,
exactly. So it was always a smaller game. So they take the bank they can get and then pull other people in. Let's be honest, it's not
initial option bank. Yeah,
it's not. It's that type of game is like niche anyway, so it's not going to take. I'm sure there are lots of people who play, and it's made by EA. You said?
Yeah, EA's published it, and
so it's a EA Indie or whatever.
Yeah,
it's one of the EA originals.
Company,
yeah,
I forget.
EA originals. That's
it's one of the EA originals.
Yeah, so don't forget. I don't know if EA has anything to do with the matchmaking system, but EA sucks. Okay, in Madden,
the EA servers are down.
Yeah.
Okay, even in their biggest titles, they can't get a fucking game. Right? So,
you're right.
So I don't know if it's their framework or not, but that's cool. It looks like a cool game. I never tried it. I would like to try it. Now that it's, I mean, I don't have EA access anymore.
It's $8.
It's free weekend.
Yeah,
first of all, with gold, and it's $8 in the store, like Alex said. I think it's the type of game that even at the price point of when it originally came out, it was $39. You said
35.
Alex, 35, or whatever, 35. I would never have bought it for that.
Right.
It took playing it to realize that, holy shit, this game was a lot of fun. But even knowing that it was 35, I was like, but would I pay $35 for it? No.
Right. But you did.
And Alex tells me yesterday it's on sale for $8. I thought the first thing I did when I loaded up my Xbox today was buy it because the game is an actual blast. Yeah. That was not a rocket pun intended. Okay? I didn't realize that now.
Blast pass, blast beer.
This game rockets.
The game is a lot of fun.
Fly me to the moon. Rocket Arena is amazing.
Rocket Arena is the fucking bomb.
4 games.
Yeah, we played. I think it was like 5 games, bro.
And I was getting into it. I was I mean, I was getting angry a couple times because I'm generally competitive by nature, but like I was getting pissed.
You should just change your name to TSG Angry Gamer or something.
Yeah, she's like, you're here with Angry Gamer, where
Like,
if I'm not angry, something's wrong.
Move to the fucking side, Angry Joe. Angry Gamer Derek's coming in, okay?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was I just want to thank you, Alex, for having suggested Rocket Arena because it was fun, and I do intend to pick it up and play it again from time to time.
It would have liked it, but
it does look interesting. I will say that Rogue Company is worth the $35 I paid for it.
Yeah. See, I'm glad I paid the 35 over the 20 based on what I'm seeing from 20 peeps. Because it's like, God, you guys have like what, 5 characters, 6 characters tops?
Right? There was, because Fremo bought it, and since we share, right, I was like, I think there's like 5 or 6 characters. So I'm like, okay, well, this game is fun, so I'm gonna up it. Like, even though I mostly was playing as Ronin, I still wanted to try the other characters, and I'm like, I don't want to spend ridiculous rogue coins to buy these things, and it's gonna take way too long with stars to get a character. So I'm like, I'll just buy the $38 thing, and we'll both get them. And then it's like, no, I just got them, just me, which sucks.
And you can't get the I'm sorry to backtrack, but you can't get the skins right now. Eh? Like there is no actual in-game store currently.
No,
right? I see I'm earning currency, but
that's all it's
not
for.
Yet.
Is like there's no in-game store. I have the skins from the pack I bought, but that's it. And so
what's the point of buying the coins, for example?
Would that be ops with it right now? But other than that, there is no point.
Yeah, if the coins
you can use it to buy operators.
Yeah, you can buy operators if you don't buy the $38 version or the.
So we're just banking points right now to be able to unlock all the skins when they come,
or like future ops too.
Do you think it'll be? Sorry to derail the conversation. Do you think it'll be loot boxes, or do you think it'll be like you can actually just buy options off the store?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be loot boxes. I really don't. Although Smite High Res is a loot box fan.
High Res is a loot box thing. So yeah.
But Smite was a long time ago though, man. That's like an 8-year-old game at this point.
Yeah. Like I think Realm Royale didn't have loot boxes. You just bought what you wanted. Like, do you want this devil skin? Okay.
Okay.
I'd expect a battle pass though, because Realm Royale, Smite has one, Paladins has one. They all have one.
So Smite has so many. Fuck.
Yeah, there's no way the high res won't do
TSG battle pass over there.
Battle passes are the way of the future.
Yeah, I love them. I'm just like
a battle pass addict.
Did you see my post about Halo in the WhatsApp group?
It being free?
Halo, there were some retailers who leaked that apparently Halo campaign and multiplayer would be a separate experience.
Mm-hmm.
Halo Infinite we're talking about. And it would be multiplayer would be free to play and confirms battle passes and customization to the skins.
I'm not sure about how I feel about that. Yeah, I think this conversation was happening already, and I kind of just nodded as I scrolled through stuff. But in a game like Halo, to have the multiplayer access free, it feels scary at first, but then you realize, fuck, Call of Duty did it with Warzone too. They made Warzone free for everybody, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe that is just it. There is no IP too big for free multiplayer, I guess.
The only reason that I think Call of Duty could get away with it though is because Warzone was it's a battle royale, right? Whereas most Call of Duty people are in it for the multiplayer, and the multiplayer was tied to the campaign. So you just Call of Duty. Whereas like if you weren't a BR guy, then you didn't have to have necessarily Warzone, right?
But I mean, don't forget this is like an early leak or whatever. So what if? Because there's been rumors that Halo might be doing its own battle royale as well as a separate thing. So there could be some wires crossed where Halo will have its campaign and standard multiplayer on the disc, like Call of Duty, that you pay for or get for free on Game Pass. As far as Microsoft is concerned, they've already spent the $500 million they spent to make that game. It's already going on Game Pass, so probably people... Honestly, I don't think they're going to make that much money off sales, so to speak. But it is supposed to be a game as a service, and they've already confirmed that there's no microtransactions. So it's got to be like with the battle pass and customization.
Is Battle
and
Pass micro?
potentially
I was going to say I agree with Alex. Is a battle pass not but a microtransaction?
I
they
think
don't
it is.
they don't consider that a microtransaction
Because
I don't think.
because it's a transaction for the battle pass, which you can then buy micro
Like,
transactions by advancing tiers in the
yeah.
battle pass if you want.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Actually, that would
It's
be a good
Yeah,
question.
I have to 100% disagree. It's not a microtransaction.
It's not the same as buying a rec pack. I mean, maybe it's not like Halo 5 had the rec packs or whatever, and fucking you have shark cards, and it's not the same because it's kind of like adding an extra challenge or into your game and for customization, right? It's almost like in a way a battle pass is like a mini DLC, to be honest with you. And sure, is a mini DLC a microtransaction? I don't think so.
I guess it really would.
Like do you consider buying armor for your horse in Oblivion?
We're going, everything comes back to that Oblivion horse thing.
Most old and ugly microtransactions.
I know, but I mean, it's grown so much since then. But I think either way, like maybe I'm just talking out of my ass a little bit, but I think what they're trying to get at is that they're not doing rec packs and they're not doing pay to win. They're not doing you buy money or whatever, Halo points or whatever. So no, I don't think the battle pass is the same thing. And they're saying that it's going to be a game as a service. So I'm just interested to see where that, if Halo doesn't completely suck, that is. We're interested to see where it's going to go. Like, if it's going to be a game as a service too, does that mean that they're going to add expansions to the campaign? Because they said that this is going to be like the last. This is why they dropped the numbers. That this is going to be like the last. Well, there is no more numbered Halos.
Right?
There is going to be. Well, yeah, I'm sure it won't go on infinitely, but because look at Destiny. Destiny said they will last 10 years. So,
fuck, Destiny
like,
1 game. This is a decade-long game, guys. And not only that, you couldn't put your characters over, which you understand why from a story perspective and an experience perspective, but like, even I can't even.
From a story perspective, I don't understand why you couldn't put characters over. It was the same fucking character. You're the same Guardian in both games.
Yeah, but you don't have the same powers, right? Like, I mean, you don't.
Oh, they just go, oh, we took away the light. Well, dude, just take away my light score. Then you're still the same fucking character.
They went with an amnesia storyline of a fashion, right? They had to.
No.
But stealing the light is an amnesia kind of caliber thing, right? Because you.
I wouldn't say it's an amnesia caliber thing.
You lose powers. It's like Geralt. Why does Geralt have no abilities when he starts? Amnesia. Why do you not have fight?
In Destiny 2, you just start and they're like, oh, the traveler is, I don't know if it was dead or whatever, but it was just like, you lost your light.
You don't think that's an amnesia proxy?
No.
Oh,
it's not. It's not.
Because you're
proxy.
Not with the way that the Destiny storyline ended. It was like an inevitability.
Okay.
Your little Nolan North orb still knows who you are. You still know who your little Nolan North orb is, and
right, but you don't have your powers, so why?
Yeah, but they explain it. You're stripped of the power.
Explain it in the story.
I'm not saying
it's a perfect. I'm not saying it's a perfect mechanic, but I'm not saying it's. I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's an amnesia mechanic. Like, you're well aware of what's going on. You're well aware of why you don't have your powers anymore. Like, it's.
But the only reason they did that though is so they could RPG your ass a second time, just like Witcher 3. The reason they gave him amnesia was so you could RPG him up again. Otherwise, you're level 99 Geralt. What the fuck's the point?
He didn't have amnesia in Witcher 3.
Yeah. Well, he had amnesia throughout the series.
In 2, yeah, in 2 he did. You're right. Yeah.
And then, okay, why do you have to RPG him up in 3?
In 3? I don't know. That's a good question because it's
amnesia by other names. That's like what my problem is. Is like it's just basically an amnesia substitute, man. It's like put the Splenda in the soda. It's an amnesia substitute, and that's all it is.
Okay.
Because they need you to level up through that shit. Again.
Going back to Halo just for a moment. How do you guys? How would a Halo BR?
I think I'd hate it.
Awesome.
I don't know. I think that if it's done properly, it could be really interesting because Halo has a lot of lore and stuff going for it. Imagine if you can't, like, I mean, I guess you could play as a bunch of Spartans, but I think it'd be cooler if you played as ODST and you guys dropped in your fucking pods down to the earth, careening into the atmosphere.
That's
and shit.
exactly what you'd be.
How sick would that be? That'd be fucking badass.
You're asking a warthog with your boys. What? You drive around the countryside.
and long before BRs exist, Halo was also known as like the sandbox of shooters too, right? Like it was always very sandboxy in its campaign and its multiplayer and the things you can do. So
true.
It seems like it could be like the natural development of it. I wouldn't want it to replace regular campaign, and I doubt it would multiplayer, and I doubt it would replace that for me. But I'd be interested to see what they would do.
I just want, like I said something at the end. I'm like, for the record, for our viewers, have zero knowledge of Destiny lore. You know what's sad about that? I beat Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, and I have no fucking knowledge of the lore. I have no knowledge.
It's because you had to go onto Bungie.net and look at your Grimoire cards, bro.
Isn't that true? And also
for Destiny, not Destiny 2. Destiny 2, they gave you all the lore in the game.
He said Destiny, not Destiny 2.
No, he said and Destiny 2. He said and Destiny 2.
Yeah, no, I beat Destiny 2. It was that dude, the dude in the armor and the dude guy. And you kill him and it's over, and the credits run, and then you're working on your light score.
Yeah, but then you didn't get all the expansions, so you didn't finish the story.
And now it's coming all free to Game Pass, baby. In December, you get all the fucking expansions, and they're bringing... And for everyone who complains about the fucking amnesia effect from Destiny 1 is getting all the raids and planets back from Destiny 1 in Destiny 2. So it's like it never went anywhere. It never went anywhere. So he woke up. In December, your guy's going to wake up and all of a sudden remember all the planets that weren't in Destiny 2 and all those raids and things that he forgot that he did.
He forgot his abilities. Yeah.
All right, move it along.
All right, yeah, moving along. Derek's so sour that I've just diluted this to a fucking amnesia trope. Moving on. I played 2 other games, if I may talk briefly. I played Hammerwatch Heroes. I played that on stream. And I played Merchant of the Skies. And Hammerwatch Heroes is like a pixelated Gauntlet Legends game. Sean, maybe you were watching that a bit. I'm not sure. With a roguelike topping, it doesn't seem too good. It seems okay. Roguelike on a gauntlet, it's okay. Merchant of the Skies, though. Okay. Merchant of the Skies, though. I'm running a airship business empire, and it's so simple, yet so addictive, because I'm like, ooh, Cloud Central has apples for 3 gold pieces? But wait, River Central has apples for 10 gold pieces. So if I go buy these apples and bring them over there, I'll get money. And then you buy islands, and you buy floating islands in the sky, and you're just mercantilizing in the sky. And then I met a floating octopus who demanded that I play the proper tune, and I failed to do that, and he stole my money. So now, now I have no money. And I also owe the bank like 1,000 gold pieces. So, yeah.
I don't think you know how the economy works.
I don't think I know how it works.
So what type of game is Merchant of the Skies?
Yeah, so, it's very weird, okay? So picture this. It's multi-layered. Picture this, though. You are a floating airship, and you're on like a overworld map, okay? The overworld map is a sky filled with floating islands. You drive to each of these little islands, and then you go there and make like trade deals on like a like on a landscape screen where you actually see like the buildings and stuff. But the thing is, you have to have fuel. So if you don't have enough fuel to get to the next place to recharge your fuel, they're gonna tow you away and make you pay money and shit. And if you don't have money, which is what happened to me, didn't have coins, got towed because I had no fuel. That's why I owe the bank $1,000. And if I don't correct that, the game will end. So it's basically like you're on an overworld map, moving between places, and then you're going to make trade deals and make property buys and stuff on this overworld map, and then trying to make a ton of money doing it. And that's like really all the game is. Make a ton of money. Like I had one quest where it was like, deliver this letter to this other city. Then I had another quest where it was like, yo, if you want, there's a tourist here you can take on your ship. He wants to visit this statue. I'm like, where the fuck's that? And I had to go find where that was, bring him there to get his fare fee. So it's like it's so weird. It's so weird. There's like no combat at all, and it's just weird. It's like a mercantilism simulator. But you're floating
Mercantilism.
yeah, I don't know. It's like a merchant simulator, but you're just flying in airships, and it kind of addictive. Because when you turn those 30 apples into 60 wood, and you turn that 60 wood into 1,000 gold, and you pop in a Chivo saying first G or whatever, then you're just like, oof, oof. I gotta get these going. I just bought a sandstone mine, and I can get guys working there, but I don't have the right resources, so I can bring workers over on my airship. I don't know. It's a weird. It's $18. It's on the summer spotlight, which is why I picked it up.
It's not on Game Pass, or maybe I saw it on the front page or something.
Unfortunately, it's not on Game Pass. It should be because it's very strange. And there is an hour trial or half-hour trial. If you wish to check the game out, it's important. You can play the trial. I did, and it stopped me mid mercantilism, and I was unhappy, so I bought the game. It's like, no, I just want to make a trade deal.
That was
anyways.
the plan the whole time.
Last thing. When you trade, when you buy and sell with people, it boosts their economy on that island, and then you could therefore upgrade their trade depots and such, buy new ships that have more energy, blah blah blah. So, it's one of those games. It's a trading game. It's fun. That's it. I'm done.
What was the name of the other one?
The other one was Heroes of Hammer Watch. And it was a top-down Gauntlet Legends roguelite, I guess, where you play a class of like 10 of them or whatever, mage, warrior kind of thing. And then you go and kill shit, get money, upgrade the town that's above you, above ground, and go on. And if you die, you keep the money that you sent to the town, and you keep your XP also, and blah, blah, blah. But the run ends, but you keep your character. It's weird. I actually enjoyed it, but it's not like phenomenal, I don't think. It's like Gauntlet Legends in gameplay. So you're shooting like bug nests to kill these bugs as your archer, and you're collecting mana so you can use your archer spin around dagger attack occasionally, and things like that. So that was Heroes of Hammerwatch and Merchant of the Skies. Those are the two games I wanted to talk about today. That's it.
Quick cue.
Whoa. Let's talk about Grounded for a second here.
Oh, buddy. How do we forget about Grounded?
I'll leave that to you guys. I've been talking.
Hold on. Maybe we should let Kyle talk if he played something first, because Kyle didn't play Grounded, so he has nothing to say on this.
Yeah, I have nothing to say about this. I based on what I heard you guys and what you were talking about, and when I watched your stream, though, that did seem like when we mentioned it before, I said it was the least interesting of what was at that show. Not to say that I didn't ever want to play it, but anyways, continuing on, what did I play? I went and I finally kicked up Persona 5 Royal on the PlayStation 5, and I have to say that it is definitely when they were releasing it, and they said if you want to play Persona 5 and you don't have Persona 5 to pick up Royal, yeah, Persona 5 is cheaper. Royal though is a little bit easier, and they add some stuff to it. Like I don't want to say they fully streamlined it, but they added a lot of mechanics to the game that makes Persona 5 a little bit more accessible to just regular JRPG fans and not just
really?
Persona fans.
Okay.
Because Persona fans really are only going to get the experience, the full experience at a Persona 5 through like 6 playthroughs or whatever, whereas like you can get maybe one or two playthroughs, you'll be able to experience the full Persona 5 Royal. Just to give a rundown, because some people might not know what Persona is about, it's basically your everyone has like a persona that is representative of their soul, what they're really like as a person, and they fight in like these shadow worlds. And in Persona 5, each one is a palace inside some person's heart, and that
reach within your
Your
heart.
Japan loves that, eh?
and it's
Stop you right
basically-
there. I'm gonna fucking stop you right there. Fucking
No.
look into your heart.
no, you're not looking at it. You're fighting
You're looking
the
into someone
badness.
else's heart.
You're
That's even
fighting
worse.
you're fighting the badness in someone else's heart. Anyway,
Why do you like the heart so much?
I don't know. Hey, nothing is as bad as Kingdom Hearts. Anyway,
You know what's weird is that they use the heart as if it's the mind. Sorry, I just want to say that.
no, they do because
Yeah, it's like-
everyone's heart, it's representative of their evil desires and all that sorts of stuff.
It's like, yo, did you guys ever go to anatomy class? You guys? It's
We'll just leave it up to a lot of Eastern culture stuff differences. And the other one I played was since they released the patch for it, I finally decided to kick around to starting Sword Art Online Alicization. Still my least favorite one.
Bad. I heard that's really bad.
The patches made it better. The patches made it good. Like it's not the whatever it was out of 10. Now I'm gonna give it like 1 extra point. But it's still the worst game out of all of them that I've played so far.
I was gonna say it got a 5 out of 10, didn't it?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna after the patch, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. But it's still the worst one I've played out of all of them. It's two reasons. One, it's still 3 reasons. Sorry, I'm gonna give it just the 6.5. It was bad at launch, and it took a patch to fix it. It is. Exactly. Whereas the other ones had some kind of unique story to them. This one is basically the Alicization story, and that's it. There's no uniqueness to it. It's just here's the same story that was told over the actual show or book or whatever you read. And then the third one would be it's just I have so much to say about it anyway. I don't want to go into it too far, but gameplay's still good though. I mean, at least it's kind of a mixture of hack and slash. It's that weird Japanese hack and slash RPG thing that I think kind of kickstarted around Final Fantasy 13. It's a little bit different than that. Kingdom Hearts. Sorry, it's more like Kingdom Hearts combat, and it really throws some people off. It's okay. It's not, like I said, it's not my favorite one though. All right.
I wish they'd just go back to like classic turn-based, or not classic turn-based,
That's
but
what
like
Persona is, though, right?
But
Persona is classic turn-based. So yeah, if you want it really good, like if you love like the old, let's say we're gonna go back Final Fantasy.
Well, I like
whatever.
iterations of that too. Like I was looking in the game store the other day and just talking about Persona. If we're gonna talk about another Weeb game, I saw.
Okay, can we not make all of my stuff called Weeb games, Sean?
it's just too easy to say. It's just I love those games though. Like Persona really interests me, and I don't think we have it on Xbox at all. But like Dragon Quest coming to Xbox, can't wait. But Tales of Vesperia, I played on the 360, or I believe. And now there's the Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
Definitive Edition.
I don't think it's the same game I played on 360. I think it's a different game.
No,
But
they did change it up.
But
Yeah.
that is like an interesting take on that turn-based, because it was turn-based, but you have like this kind of like combo system, real-time aspect to it. And I like that they do things like that. Like I really enjoyed Final Fantasy 15, for example, but I really don't. I liked it more than Final Fantasy 13 as far as combat goes. But
Final Fantasy 15 was real-time combat though.
But there was a little more tactics to it compared to Final Fantasy 13. I found.
Oh yeah.
But personally, I don't like that style. Like I want them to go back more to. Doesn't have to be exactly like Final Fantasy 7 or anything like that, or Final Fantasy Tactics, Pokemon, click and choose your attack and go and watch it happen. Legends of Dragoon, Lost Odyssey. But there's interesting ways to evolve that format and not make it a hack and slash. I don't really like the hack and slash that they're going with.
I think
these days.
I think you'd like Persona if you liked the old Final Fantasies. The only thing I have to say is that it's a long shot as to I remember Phil Spencer actually tried to get like Atlas on board for Persona, like all of them, like from 4 onwards, and they seemed very disinterested in going the Xbox route.
That has to do with just Japanese. That has to just do with
they're even having a hard time. Like Nintendo was having a hard time getting Atlas on
They
board.
were, yeah, which is bizarre.
So
that's probably just Sony money, though. I mean, why not just?
True.
I have a hard time believing that any developer, unless they're extremely like racist, is that the right word to say? Unless they're extremely racist, would want to bring their games ever. Like Atlas has put their games out on Xbox before and on Switch. Like they're Bandai Namco / Atlas. They're not the same, but I know what you mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They try to release their games everywhere they can, unless somebody has paid for exclusive money.
Just so quick.
Yeah, Atlas is a weird company because like they. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, sorry. That's my bad. I'm lagging over here. Sorry.
Oh, Atlas is a weird company in that they stick to their guns. They've stuck with PlayStation since Persona. Oh no, they've branched out to Nintendo with some of the other stuff. Very rarely do they leave that comfort zone though. Because I remember when Xbox first came out, the Xbox itself, like Microsoft left such a bad taste, like OG Xbox left such a bad taste because of the way they handled the Japanese market, that I think that's why they had such a hard time getting a lot of 360 games that were JRPGs. Like you got some, Blue Dragon, Lost Odyssey, that sort of stuff. But for the most part, Catherine. But for the most part, it was like
360 had the most.
360 had the most.
Disagree.
The Xbox One had almost none.
Like just like you have, I'm not gonna name them all, but you have tons. Like even the 360, they had games made specifically for them. Even like there was Lost Odyssey,
and Blue Dragon. Those are the only ones that I can
Blue
really
Dragon.
think of.
There was Eternal Sonata. There was Tales of Vesperia. There was Azura's Wrath came.
Sonata was on both.
There was The Last Remnant, made by Square, which was an exclusive for Microsoft. There was another one too. Anyway, I'm not gonna name them all, but 360 had the most, arguably. They lost that going to Xbox One.
They did, yeah.
Yeah. Before we get to, I need you guys to do something for me. This is what I was trying to jump in with. Before we get to Grounded, because that's where we're going next. The quick cue this time is a challenge. So what I want you guys all to do is think of a game and don't tell anybody what it is, okay? Think about a game. Could be anything. And just keep that in your head until we get to the quick cue.
Just think of a game? Any game?
Yeah, think of a game. Think about, what is the game, what happens in the game, things like that. Don't share it with anybody yet. That's all.
It's this game. All right, Derek, Grounded. Let's give you the floor.
Yeah.
Grounded. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely see some great potential in that game. Let's just break it down to its base components here. All right, this amazing building survival world in your backyard, right? Like the ability to cut down blades of grass and use those to create walls. The fact that you have to pick up these blades of grass and carry them and deposit them at your base before you can bring them over to your prefab wall to finish it. Cutting down dry husks, dried grass, picking up sap, little pebbles,
dandelions,
killing little lawn mites.
Oh yeah.
Giant spiders.
Seeing ladybugs like just churn through grass that we couldn't get down to get walls in the first place. Just ladybugs just like fucking mulching this earth. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck?
Those ladybugs have girthy health bars, bro.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my god, you're telling me, man. You're telling me.
Just out of curiosity, did any of you turn the arachnophobia mode on just to test it?
No, I didn't. Actually.
No, I didn't either.
It's apparently from what I've heard, is that it's almost like a bar that you can. You can toggle. It's not like an on or off switch. It's like you can toggle the intensity, and eventually, if you go all the way to the other end, it kind of just becomes. It almost looks like a blurred out, like amorphous blob. Like you don't notice anything.
Really?
Wow.
Because the more you go to the one side, it's a slider. The more you go to one side, it seems like the less textured it gets, so the scarier it gets, until it just looks almost like a blurry blob that's attacking you.
I would almost find that scary itself. I don't know. It's like, what is this amorphous fucking blob, man?
I agree with Derek. I think there's a lot of potential here. I think they're on to something potentially special, because like when I originally saw this game, I was like, fuck man, why is Obsidian making this trash? That's honestly what my response was.
Right.
Like, why is Obsidian making this fucking trash? I'm like, we don't need another goddamn Fortnite. That's what it felt like to me. And I didn't have huge hopes going in. We saw it at the game showcase. I'm like, man, this looks way cooler than I remember it looking. And downloaded it, played it, and there's something special going on here. Like, I don't know how deep it'll go, like in the mechanics. I don't know how much you can actually really build. I don't know how much survival is involved. I don't know how long it'll last. But just the idea, like the creative aspect of it's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids in your own backyard. And then they could have went so many ways with it, and they decided to go the survival route. And it's not just another survival game. Like, it doesn't feel like 7 Days to Die or Ark, you know what I mean? Like, it has those elements, but it's like on a lesser level, so it's not as annoying. You don't get punished for dying. Yeah, you got to respawn and go get your backpack, but it's like, with all, like, you sleep in your fucking tent and you're right there anyway, right? So it doesn't feel too, like, it has those elements, but not too punishing. More family friendly, one might say. However, walking around like at night, like, I don't know about you guys, that shit's freaky as fuck. And I'm not even afraid of spiders. Actually. But like, just like the sound quality is really good. The haze in the grass, like you feel like you're in a fucking enchanted forest or something where everything's bigger than you, but you're just in the goddamn backyard.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, you're in like a sandbox.
And they do a really good job of portraying that. And the game's in early access, so I don't know how long it'll be until it comes out. Apparently there's like basically no campaign there right now, so I'm curious to know how long the campaign will go on for. I mean, there's like 2 quests and then you're done. But when the full game launches, I'm just curious about how it will keep you playing, and how long is this campaign, and is there a reason to build? Like, can you build giant huts up at the top of the blades of grass? Like, how high can you go? These are things I'm just curious to see, to test and try out.
How creative can you go? Like, are you just building grass blade houses all the time? Like, you know. Yeah.
So there's definitely a lot of potential there. I was really impressed, actually. I was really surprised by what I played, and I'm surprised we haven't played it again, but we should soon.
Yeah, I think I gotta give it was its unique take on the actual researching of stuff.
Right, that's true.
That you have to, you need to learn things to build them. That was I expected to jump into that and just like, okay, here's the list of shit you can make, go ahead. But no, you actually have to go around and research these things, and that was really cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we didn't scan this. Oh, I scanned this. Oh, now we know it can be used for rubber. Okay, you know, stuff like that. It's kind of neat.
I was actually going to ask you guys, based on, because I saw the bar at the bottom when I was watching Derek's thing. I saw the bar at the bottom, and I was like, oh, please tell me this isn't just another fucking survival thing. I'm glad to hear that it's not.
It
there's
is
water and food. Yeah, there's water.
It is, but it's not as punishing. Like, it doesn't feel like, oh man, you're not always watching those bars and like, oh fuck, I'm starving. Like, it's not punishing. Like, it really is like feels like a more family friendly, approachable survival. Those elements are there, but it's not like,
yeah, they are.
It's not like those other games, like where it's like, oh fuck, like even Minecraft survival is harder on you than this is. At least it feels like in this.
All right.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely
in this version of it.
Yeah, I will say the combat on the bad side, the combat did leave something to be desired. Like when you're being attacked by a spider and you're just being one tapped and respawn, one tapped and respawn, one tapped and respawn. That part of it, I'm not saying we should have been in that situation because I was beyond our level probably or whatever. but I will say that part of it wasn't exactly that engaging. You know what I mean? So like, because there's very little we could do, right? Essentially, is what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, we could throw spears, but they did jack shit. You know.
I'm assuming like any form of these games, they'll either get geared up to be able to take them on, or maybe they have weak points. Like there's a lot of stuff that we played the game one time for a couple hours, if even.
Yeah.
It's like I'm sure there's. I think the idea is you want to avoid these spiders at utmost costs. Like they're not like they're kind of like boss battles, right?
Yeah.
So you probably need the whole squad. There's probably proper equipment to take him out and whatnot, and that's cool. Like I mean, we were going into it. I agree, it's a little bit annoying, but at the same time, we could have.
We definitely could have been in a different situation. For sure.
Yeah. Like I mean, I was wearing armor made of fucking 3-leaf clovers. Like I'm not expecting that to stop a giant spider fang. Cool. Like
one of my favorite little niches things was niche things was fucking cooking an aphid on a spit, and you literally see this little dude getting cooked slowly, like changing color. It was really cool, man.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. Gross because you're in essence cooking fucking lawn mites, and that was really gross.
Yeah, that's actually disgusting. Yeah, but.
Like I was like, I'd rather just eat more raw mushrooms than eat whatever Alex is cooking over there. Like, Alex, you can keep your fucking aphids. I'm gonna have some of this fungus over here.
Do you want some of this cooked aphid? It's like, oh god, what am I saying? What am I saying? What has gaming done to me, bro?
You are the only one whose cam is lagging, by the way, Alex. Just want to inform you on
I'm horribly lagging. I think I'm gonna go to my phone. I have the stuff I need. I'm gonna go to my phone because the thing is in Overheat City, unfortunately. So.
Did you close down Steam? Because we did like almost a 3-hour Dungeons and Dragons stream.
I know. The difference right now is, I think me having, well, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'll just go to my phone for now. But yeah, I know it's strange.
Okay, so we'll go to a be right back and.
Well, I'll be 2 seconds. I got my phone right here, so.
Okay. So you're telling me not to go be right
back?
back?
Yeah, don't even have to go BRB. No, I'm just gonna close this feed of it here. Okay. You guys can if you guys want to keep talking. I'll be right back.
No, we're gonna stand here and stare silently.
Okay. Yes, well, silently stare.
We're gonna wait. Just look at you right now.
Yeah, I can't even get my mouse cursor to respond to this shit. So.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, so and just on when Alex jumps in on his phone, we're doing his quick queue, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. By the way, I'm enjoying a Coca-Cola Zero, a cherry vanilla Coca-Cola Zero. It's actually quite good.
Oh,
damn.
Actually quite good.
Is it any good?
Yeah, it is good. I like it.
The last interesting Coca-Cola that I had was the orange vanilla Coke Zero.
Yeah, that one's really good too. This is the cherry vanilla one's really good. Okay, so to recap, while he's getting his shit back up, Alex asked us to think of.
He wanted us to think of a game, any game, and then just not.
That is correct.
Not tell each other.
Yeah.
Or
because the challenge this time. I want to see how this goes.
Oh, it's a challenge.
It's a challenge for all of us. Yeah.
Bring it.
So I'm gonna start. Can I get into it? Is that okay?
Yeah, get into it.
Yep.
Okay. So the challenge is this. Each of us who's now thought of a game, right? Each of us must describe the game in the most vaguest and shitty, boring terms possible. Like as if it's like reading it from a phone book, but describe the game that way. And we have to try to guess what it is. The rest of them have to try to guess what game that would be. Does that make sense to you or not? I've seen this done.
How much description do we have to give?
I wasn't there, so I stepped away for a moment. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, sure. So what I want you guys to do is the game you thought of, keep that in your head. The rest of the crew, you need to describe that game in the vaguest, most uninteresting, shittiest way possible. Like, dude, go like let's say I was doing Destiny. Dude lands on planet, dude finds shit, dude meets a robot, whatever, stuff like that. Just do it in a shitty way, and we have to try to guess what game it is, the rest of us. So you have a game in your brain, and you're going to describe it in a way that won't give anything away that's boring, though, on purpose. Like, not interesting at all. So you're converting some of the key moments into like, you know, like let's say I did Merchant of the Skies, like fly through the air, buy shit, owe the bank vast sums of money. Be like Merchant of the Skies. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Just
All
something
right.
like that, right? Like whatever it is. So I just want to try this and see how it goes. Have us all interacting like.
I like this. This is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone have a game.
But this is gonna make me rework mine a bit because I picked a game, right? But even describing this game in its most boring and like maybe possibly not necessarily misleading fashion, it's an easily guessed game, right? So it's gonna make me rethink mine a bit because
You want to
if you'd explained it like that before,
I should have.
I wouldn't have picked said game. Like
right. Okay, so
like,
does somebody
because
have
I'll use my OG one just to give you an example. Like
okay.
guy picks up gun, guy fights bad guys. What are you thinking immediately?
Splinter Cell.
Guy picks up gun.
Guy picks up gun. Guy fights other guys.
Bad guys.
Outside.
Guy fights other guys. What do other guys have?
Halo.
Guns.
Other guys have guns.
Yeah, guy fights other guys with guns.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, basically. You see what I'm saying? Like that was. Yeah.
Okay, but that's the gist of it basically, and we can ask kind of other questions, but your key is to not give too much. That's not nothing that sounds amazing. Like you're not saying jump out of a plane and the top 100 guys win. Like you know, you don't give away that much.
Top 100 guys win.
Yeah, I fucked that up. I know. But,
I know, but I'm just saying like that's why I want to pick something other than COD because it was just really basic.
Right. Okay. So does anybody have a game that they're willing to describe right now?
I'm ready.
Okay, Sean, go ahead.
Okay. Guy is part of a traveling theatrical group who also are Robin Hood-esque men and steal from the rich and give
Final
to the poor.
Fantasy 9.
Fucking dick. That was Slade. Fucking Slade.
That took all of 5 seconds.
Gives him.
Get right, Ripper.
Gives him
Get right, Ripper.
That's Slade.
What was that? Final Fantasy 9?
Yeah. I didn't want to say it too early, but I was like, I have to because this is too good. I know exactly what it is.
Okay.
We might come back to you with another one if you want to just state another one while we go around.
I'll think about one.
Yeah.
That was fucking terrific.
I was like, I was trying to think of the most obscure, like, impossible thing that nobody's gonna get. And I know you played them.
The theatrical Robin Hood was obviously the giveaway because me and Ryan just talked about Final Fantasy, like in full disclosure, he was like Final Fantasy 9 with the theater shit and I didn't really give a shit about that. I'm like, yeah, fair enough. So then I heard this and I was like, wait, Final Fantasy 9?
It's kind of in its defense, it's kind of thrown away pretty quick. Like it's not even it's hardly a main part of the game.
Okay. Yeah, you're almost too specific, I would say. So you maybe you should say like, dude, like if you're doing that one again, dude joins group of other dudes who like acting. Acting dudes quit acting, try to save the world. Dudes drink potions and shit. You know what I mean? Like it could be like something like that. Where it'd be like, fuck, is that Final Fantasy? I don't know.
That's only one of the dudes though. But okay, yeah, I get you.
Like just like yeah. Okay, so do we have somebody else ready to go?
I'm good.
You got one, Kyle? Go for it.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. So tough guy blamed for murder gets out of prison, is stuck babysitting while trying to find his best friend and his former girlfriend.
Tough guy gets out of prison, stuck babysitting, tries to find girlfriend and former friend.
Chronicles of Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay.
Is that actually what it is?
No.
Okay, I was like, what?
I was thinking like something Vin Diesel too.
Let's see. Okay, tough guy gets out of prison. Can we ask some questions that you would respond to vaguely?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tough guy gets out of prison. What is ethnicity of tough guy?
Japanese.
Oh, that's not going to help me at all.
Yakuza.
Yeah. Which one?
Which one?
Come on.
though?
With,
Yakuza.
No.
Zero.
I'll give it to you
No.
because you guys were right. Yakuza. It's the
It's
first
Yakuza.
one.
Kiwami.
Yeah. Yakuza.
Sorry,
is
the
the first one.
Japanese. Like you could have said like Asian or something, like something more vague, less.
Do you really think it
From
was?
the east. From the east. Is it Dom in ears?
Which I would like to bring up before we go to Derek or Sean again if he wants to. I would like to bring out that I'm very glad that the Xbox friends of mine are now able to play those games, and they just released Yakuza Kiwami 2 on Game Pass.
there's more than one now, right? How many Yakuzas are on Game Pass now? There's a few. Isn't there?
Kiwami,
Zero, Kiwami, and Kiwami 2.
What is that? Is that like 1, 2, and 3 technically?
That is technically yes.
Or
You can
0,
play.
1, and 2?
You should play those in that order: 0, 1, 2.
Okay. Because I do want to give him a try. Actually, I just haven't.
Give Yakuza 0. Yakuza 0 will help.
I installed Yakuza 0 already. It's installed on my Xbox.
Yeah, it'll make everything else. It'll make everything else make way more sense.
Alex, I want to hear yours, buddy.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. I'm excited for yours.
Okay, I don't know if you should be, but we'll see. Okay. Dude guy works.
Leisure Suit Larry.
No.
Pac-Man.
Dude guy works at company as doing cleaning stuff.
Space Quest 3.
No. Dude guy works at company doing cleaning stuff. Dude guy stumbles upon company meeting, finds out company wants to kill all dude guys, must lead anti-capitalist movement. There's several other descriptors, but I'm starting with that and you can ask questions.
Dude guy.
Red Faction?
Dude guy works at company.
He's a janitor.
Upon company meeting, finds out company plans to, well, not only actually kill dude guys everywhere, but to turn dude guys into edible product.
Oh, fuck.
So he must lead dude guy rebellion against the company.
And dude guy is like a janitor, right?
Yes. Originally.
Fuck.
That sounds like you guys probably aren't getting this. Like,
Can you throw
ask
us
questions?
Yeah, but that's the point. That's the point, right?
No, Sean, I would like to toss out when you said janitor and then something else, and you said Space Quest 3. That was amazing. I can't believe that we were thinking the same thing for a second there.
Yeah.
I want those games to come back, man.
Larry.
I was just being
we were just picking random Sierra games is what he was doing there.
Any questions? If not, I can give some
I was going to
more.
ask if you can give me like a console it was on or...
Yeah, sure. It was I'll give you an era, okay? It was on it was in the N64 PlayStation era.
Hybrid Heaven.
Holy shit.
No. Janitor dude guy finds out company wants to turn all dude guy workers into food. And dude guy is literally the most vaguest term I could give. So feel free to ask questions about this. Dude guy.
Does dude guy have hair?
Dude guy has a top knot hair. Ponytail top knot hair. Nothing else.
Top knot hair.
Dude guy is part of vaguely identical looking dude guys. Dude guy is not human dude guy.
Oh, I was about to ask, is dude guy a human?
No. Do you want another hint?
Is dude guy kind of a jackass?
No, dude guy is a
Okay.
nice dude guy. Yeah, nice dude guy.
I like this dude guy. This dude guy sounds like a good
This
dude.
dude guy rules. This dude guy's like my idol from childhood. This dude guy rules. Okay, I asked for this dude guy game, and I got it one year as a kid, and it was dude guy forever. And he's still near and dear to my heart. And there were several dude guy spin-offs, but they didn't always involve dude guy himself. They were just in the universe that the dude guy was in that spawned all the dude guy stuff.
I'm trying to think of like a game that
This one is hard and obscure. I will say that. But when I tell you, you'd be like, "Oh, for fuck's sakes, dude!"
When I said Hybrid Heaven, I was sure that's the route we were going.
No.
That
Okay,
was
dude guy is represented moving through levels sideways.
So it's a side-scrolling game.
Dude guy is moving sideways. I gotta keep it basic. But yeah,
sideways.
It's dude guy moves through his world sideways. So yes, it's side scroll.
I'm tapping out of this one. I'm giving up.
Okay.
I don't want to drag this too
Yeah,
long.
sorry, I don't
trying
wanna
to think
drag
of it.
Prince of Persia.
I'll give you another. Dude guy isn't on Earth.
Red Faction.
No.
Damn.
Dude guy not human, not on Earth. Dude guy has other identical dude guys. He must lead to dude guy freedom and save them from dude guy food production process. I guess.
I don't think I don't know.
You're not
I'm
get
not
it?
sure. That's
Okay,
yeah.
it's Abe's Odyssey.
Mother.
It's Abe's Odyssey, which was then Abe's Exodus, which was then Munch's Odyssey, which was then Stranger's Wrath.
That's right.
So Abe's Odyssey. I don't know if that was that. Did I do a shitty job?
Nope.
Or did it just?
No.
No. That was for me. That was so long ago. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
have,
I thought
I wouldn't have processed
You
it.
guys wouldn't really like that one because it's too far gone.
Because I think the last time he had a game was like a really obscure one on PS3, 360.
Oh well, actually they released new and tasty on Xbox One.
Oh, did they?
So, yeah, they did, which is like his whole thing, I think.
And there's,
Oddworld
a new one coming out too, I think.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, so I was hoping it'd be in the mind enough, but I knew it was gonna be tough. Anyway, it was Abe's Odyssey.
That was good. That was
on
good.
PlayStation.
I never actually played. So I only know
that's
other-
another issue then. Yeah,
So obviously, for me, trying to think of an alien
guy with his mouth.
I didn't know they ate themselves. Kind of.
Well, the other race wants to eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, my bad. I picked.
He's got hair like Sean.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
yes.
I mean, that seems to be the point of this, right? Like to stump and yeah, that was good.
The only one to stump. What about you, Derek?
Yeah, what you got, Derek?
All right. Dude, guys, plane crashes.
Leisure Suit Larry.
Oh, did you know?
No.
Okay. Dude, guys, plane crashes. Dude, guy fights gangs.
Dude, guy fights gang.
Dude, guy fights weird gangs.
Oh.
Saints Row 3?
No.
Oh.
Far Cry 1.
No.
Damn it.
Far Cry 3.
Dude, guy fights big guys.
Big
Dude, guy
guys.
fights big guys. Plane
Plane
crashes.
crashes. Big guys.
When dude guy fights, does dude guy use weapon?
Dude, guy uses weapons. Yes.
Dude guy uses weapon. Okay, now we're getting caveman. I like
Turok?
No.
this. Does dude guy use close combat only weapons or a multitude of ranges to his weapon?
Dude, guy uses close combat and pew pew weapons.
Pew pew. Pew pew pew
Okay.
pew.
When dude guy moves, is dude guy in 3D?
Dude, guy in 3D.
Dude guy in 3D. Okay.
Can you give us
Dude
an
guy
era?
plane crash was spaceship crash?
No, plane crash. Dude, guy
Okay,
plane
sorry.
crash.
Okay, dude guy plane crash.
Dude, guy
So
plane
modern
crash.
era dude guy that uses pew pew and knives and fights gangs.
Guy could use pipe wrench.
Pipe wrench.
Dude, guy could use.
Oh my
pipe.
god. I was like, dude guy is Gordon Freeman. No, there was never a plane crash.
Not Gordon Freeman. Dude guy no Gordon.
Can you give an era?
Like video game
or
era?
a console?
360.
Does dude guy have hair?
Dude guy has hair.
Damn.
Dude guy kindly runs errands.
Dude guy kindly runs errands. Now I'm thinking it's a Hotline Miami suddenly, but then there's no plane crash there either.
3D also.
Right, true.
So
God,
recap.
dang it.
Dude guy plane crash.
Okay.
Dude guy fight gangs. Dude
Okay.
guy fight big guys. Dude guy use melee and range. Dude guy kindly runs errands.
Can I ask dude guy a question? Dude guy, if dude guy die, what happened?
Dude guy respawn.
Okay. Plane crash of dude guy is first thing in game? Question
Yes.
mark? Okay. Fuck. Jesus H.
Runs
360
errands.
era plane crash, 3D world. Dude guy fights people. Dude guy's first experience in the game is a plane crash.
Yeah.
My God.
I give you more info of plane crash. Dude guy plane crash then swim.
Dude guy plane crash then swim. Fuck, this sounds like that game I just bought recently, which was Stranded, but it definitely ain't that. I know that for sure.
I might tap out because I don't.
Yeah, I think this is fascinating, but I actually don't know if I know. I'm gonna ask one more question.
Is there car racing in said game?
No car racing.
Okay. Dude guy wears what color clothes?
Unsure. Dude guy first person. So.
Oh, dude guy first person.
One would imagine dude guy wears suit in like the style of like the 50s.
Dude guy wears 50s suit, plane crash, fights gangs. What the fuck game is this? I tap out. You got me. Kyle's going deep.
BioShock.
Yes.
What? You're
Yes.
right. Oh my God, what a snipe.
I even
When
dropped
he said pipe wrench and 50
Pipe
suit,
wrench.
that's what it took.
I even dropped you the hint of kindly running errands. Would you kindly?
Would you kindly?
Fucking Andrew
Yeah.
Ryan. Wow.
See, the problem